Aloha y'all, welcome back to PetesTreasures. Today I'm thrifting at two of my favorite thrift stores, St. Vincent and Thrift Giant. This video was actually filmed in the fall and I'm just now catching up with editing, but there are neat items in here that I picked up and I just had to share. Besides, in my brain, it's always Halloween, so let's get on with it. I did not get any of these items, but they were worth looking up. And I just love looking at interesting board games. Poetry for Neanderthals. Original edition. That means there's more than one edition. Let me know if you've played it. This Haunted Mansion game was really cool. It just wasn't worth much. And you know, board games, you have to take them out, make sure all the pieces are there. And I just wasn't in the mood to do that. Besides, it's a very mid-range game. I thought this Minions Bank was cool, but it didn't have a stopper. Thought it was funny. And I ended up getting this little Federal glass votive holder. It reminded me of something my grandma had. She had like a little collection and loved candles. And I did get this little rooster mug. I bought it for the booth because it was only 83 cents. And I also bought this. It reminded me of a vintage peanut butter jar that I have. Does anybody know what these are? Made popular by the show Squid Game, these are kits for making dalgona, a traditional Korean candy made with sugar. I was super excited to see these new in box, and I actually bought about 8 of these for $3 each, and I still gotta get them listed. But here's what they look like, and I think it was a really cool find. Moving right along, I found a bunch of these Star Wars Hallmark ornaments. Darth Vader, of course. They were 83 cents each. I decided to buy one for me, one for my brother, one for my other brother, and a couple to sell. Now, I didn't end up getting everything in this cart. This is where I decide which things to put back. I love the artist Charlie Harper, and these were kids' tote bag kits from Target. Unfortunately, they don't sell as well as I'd hoped, so I did not buy. However, I did buy this Halloween Mickey Mouse scrub top, and it did sell almost right away for almost $18. I just love quick flips. And we love nurses. This was a neat retro game called Table Skittles. I did not get it because it wasn't worth much, but I really liked the packaging. And this Dungeons & Dragons game only recently sold for $5, so I passed on that too. But Dungeons & Dragons is pretty hot right now because of the movie. And my brother actually plays it. Maybe one day I will. I really would like to. I recognize this lid right away because I have it. It goes to a vintage aluminum cocktail shaker from the brand Miro. This is exactly how mine looks, and I got it at a warehouse where it was only like $1. So if you can pick it up cheaply, I suggest it, and I actually use it for my own cocktails. Here's an older one that's sold for more, $30, $20, and here are some current listings. I've never seen the whole set like that. And I just thought these were really cute. There were 2 of them, and for 83 cents I bought them. They are from Target, and the brand is Hide and Eek. And this was a little Andy Warhol banana little makeup bag. I don't know why I got it. I just like stuff like that. It was 83 cents. Not worth selling from what I remember. This was a little restoration hardware tin plate I got for 41 cents. A little scratched up. I believe it sold in our booth. And this is a flower frog made of Vaseline glass, the kind that glows under the blacklight. For 83 cents, I just had to get it. If you have trypophobia, you probably hate it. But anyways, here are some solds, and I believe we're going to put it in our booth. Very neat item. I think it could be used as a paperweight. I also thought we could sell little UV keychains, and this could be a little tester piece. See, that's how it looks like when it glows. Great photos, by the way. Okay, who used to have the big mouth Billy Bass, the one that sings? I thought about getting this because I knew it was a BOLO, or an item to be on the lookout for because of great comps on eBay solds, but I'm so glad I checked. This was all corroded and gross, and it's just not worth it. Let's look at some solds. Here's one that sold for about $15, and if it's new in the box, it can go for more, and I have picked these up before. Like, look at that, $64. Next is this Creepy Crawly Critter Company box. Wow, say that 3 times fast. I did pick this up for $2.09 because of a sold I saw on eBay, and I loved the design. It also makes sound when you open the lid once you replace the batteries. There we go, sold for $25, and hope we can get that much for it in the fall. I picked up this doll because I really liked the dress she had on. I thought it was cute and looked vintage, but I used Google Lens and I just couldn't find her, and she did not have a tag. But I got her anyways. Here's what Google Lens pulled up, and I just think Google Lens is so cool. I was so excited to see not one, but two of these packages that had blow mold pumpkins, new old stock from Empire. I already knew Empire blow molds because they sell well. We haven't sold any, so I looked at comps, and I mean, that's really good for what it is. I almost wanted to keep it just because it's so vintage and kitschy, and it's sold right away for $22 plus shipping. And we still have one set available if you're interested on our eBay store, PetesTreasures. Okay, we narrowed down the cart from both baskets to just the top basket. I'm sure Matthew was thanking me for that. Don't worry, I always put the items back in the sections I picked them up from. Now we will head across the street to Thrift Giant. Here are some Gail Pittman pictures I passed on. I'm taking a break from her, plus the last picture we sold sat around for too long. And here are the Corningware Spice of Life dishes, which I pass on, but if priced reasonably cheap, I will pick up the cylindrical glass containers. I have many of them at home, and I just love them. But be careful, they're very thin glass. I've broken one before in the sink. But anyways, I glanced at the jewelry case and picked up a couple of the Halloween brooches. Not worth much, I just liked them. But what I really was excited for are these little metal porcupine toothpick holders. So cute! I got both of them, and one already sold for, I believe, $14. And I bought this for myself for $6.99. Unfortunately, they don't have Halloween on sale when it's seasonal. Makes sense. There was just something different and charming about it, and I really like that. I don't believe I could find anything about it online, but I might check again. And I also got this for $4.99 because it reminded me of a tiki bar. Maybe it's just the lava rock and the font. This is from 2009 by the very popular brand Jimmy, so I might end up selling it. And this was a cool modern looking elephant, but ultimately I put it back because it looked like it was from Home Goods or something like that, which isn't bad, but the resale value isn't there, and it was just super heavy for what it was. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting these Jimmy animated books. They're so neat and remind me of Harry Potter. As you can see, the comps are pretty good, but I believe I was turned off by the price of $12.91. So I would love to find it new in box, and I would probably pick it up if I had the chance again. And I liked this little brass or bronze clown, but things just were expensive that day. I didn't want to get it for $2.99. I do see them semi-often, and the comps just weren't there for me, but here are a few current listings of similar items and solds. But I do my research most of the time, and if it's a resin one or like a broken porcelain one, which I find often, I'll skip it. Still fun to look at, and look at that crystal one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he's the hero with the 12-inch hose, the Fireman Love Doll. Yes, this was at a thrift store. Now, you know I would have gotten this, except for the fact that it was $17, and I believe it has been out of the box. But what a fun find. Moving right along. I actually bought this for our own Halloween decor because I thought it was unusual. The Spooky Dentist. It was $10, but now looking at recent comps, I think we might list it. Either way, I love it, and it looks like they have different ones to collect in this series. And it looks like they sell individual figures, and I think the figures are made of resin, but the house is made of porcelain. That would be really cool to collect them. Like, look, here's a set of 6. And anyways, really cool. There's what it looks like out of the box. Next, I found a Tupperware ice cream scoop, which I've actually never seen before. So that's cool. But I looked at comps and only one sold for $7. And that's just not high enough of a return. And I love these flat ones. They're the best in my opinion. I have one from Brahms and still use it to this day since my childhood. And look at this cute Tupperware ice cream scoop magnet. Okay, as an elementary music teacher, I love puppets like this. For only $4, I found out what it was from by using Google Lens. It's actually a weapon from Fortnite, and the character's name is Bite Mark. I believe it's a weapon. This was the only listing I could find currently of this particular version on eBay, so I might start at that or $45 and just go down from there since it's not new in box. And if you've watched our videos, you know we gravitate towards plush a lot, but I decided to skip this Disney Store Beast because he was missing his clothes. Plus, Disney plush are a hit and miss. You have to do your own research on each individual ones, which we do, and it's better to find more obscure characters like this Lumiere or Mrs. Potts with Chip. Bonus thrifting, there was a really run-down thrift store close to where we live, and I take a gander every now and then, before I shut down, that is. And look at this! I so wish I would have gotten it. It says, "Keep me nice and clean. I won't tell what I have seen." It's a little ashtray, and it looks like a little toilet. I'm in love. Why didn't I get it? Still mad. But anyways, I looked at this tiny Lion King picture frame, but passed, and I had just mentioned Jim Shore pigs being popular in my last thrifting video. But before I go, please enjoy your poop. And can anyone tell me what the heck this is? I really want to know. Oh gosh. Thanks so much for watching, and we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Really appreciate all of your support. Please subscribe if you haven't. It's free and it helps get our videos out there to more people. Keep digging for treasure, because you won't find it if you don't look. Bye, everybody.